we have one last presentation coming our way, which is by Mr. Kunal, Vice President of CollPoll. CollPoll, yes, that's how we pronounce.
Hi, good evening everyone. Sorry for holding you again for some time. So I'll not take more than 10 minutes for sure. So my name is Kunal and I am Vice President Western India for CollPoll. Now here I'm talking about CollPoll, which is a digital campus platform, right? So by digital campus, what we mean is we are looking after the entire digitization of higher education space. So we work with a lot of universities and colleges. Now, why CollPoll, right? Now, if you're looking at higher education space, the dynamics have really changed, right? There are more number of students coming into higher education. There are more number of new educations coming into this space. If you're looking at the way the number of programs which are being offered in this space is increasing day by day. And with government enforcing new policies, your different kinds of let's say your statutory requirements, they are increasing and the complexities are increasing, right? So that results in let's say in terms of competition, when we look at we have to look at admission, the placements, complexity in terms of academic management. We talked on the panel also, right, how new education policy is going to increase the complexity in terms of your CBCS, in terms of your multi-entry, multi-exit, maintaining multi-pathway, specializations. Similarly, in terms of operations, how you are managing the operations for so much of courses. In terms of compliance, so different accreditations, right? They require different data to be prepared over the time period. People spend, if there is a NAC committee coming, people spend 6 months of time in terms of only preparing data, right? So that takes a lot of time. And the next part, which is most important these days, is about the customer experience. So how your end users are engaged, whether students are engaged on a day-to-day basis or not. So that's what CollPoll provides you. And I mean, all the institutions need to adopt to some technology platform to have a better experience for the end users and to better manage your operations. Now, here, what I'm going to talk about in general is how the technology stacks should be built, the basic building blocks. So one is your system of record, where all your basic ERP functionalities are there in terms of what all records you maintain. Now, in terms of system of engagement, when you look at how your end users are engaging onto the platform on a regular basis, be it, let's say, your assignments, feedback, or let's say any workflow automation. In terms of system of intelligence, how much analytics can you derive from the system? Let's say when you want to expand your institution, do you know that whether your current infrastructure can sustain more number of admissions, or you first need to have more infrastructure then more admissions, right? Similarly, on terms of mobility, so nowadays everything is mobile. So the first thing is whether the platform is mobile or not. Do they have mobile apps or not? Because your students are like they are tech savvy people, right? They are from day one, they are onto some of the other device. In terms of integration, one platform cannot provide everything under one umbrella, right? So the platform has to be integration enabled with multiple other softwares partners. And the biggest part is continuous innovation, right? Because ever-changing rules, ever-changing notifications coming from government or regulatory bodies. So the system has to develop, has to enhance on a very regular basis. Now, in terms of CollPoll Digital Campus, so we are more than 40 plus technologies combined onto CollPoll Digital Campus. We categorize it to majorly three parts. One is your administration, which looks after admission, fee management, your HRMS, placement internship. You can manage the entire institution's asset on the platform. Your ranking and accreditation. So whatever you do on a platform on a day-to-day basis, that builds your entire accreditation process. The data what you prepare in the last couple of months, the system is building that on a day-to-day basis. So if your, let's say, regular people, the regular academic staff, the admin staff, if they do their work on a day-to-day basis, system will build all your data into the place and you can simply download those reports. Now in terms of academics, we have a NEP compliant academic management, your CBCS, your multi-pathway, multi-entry, multi-exit. So all those can be taken care. In terms of classroom, so we have a proprietary integrated LMS. So you can conduct your online live class or in-class sessions. We also have OB, so the COBO mapping, the outcome-based education can be, the attainment reports can be generated on the platform. We have a end-to-end education examination management. So all your exam related requirements, be it offline or online, is completely taken till the grade generation, transcript generation. We also coming up with research and innovation modules regarding PhD modules. In terms of campus experience, which is one of the core differentiator of CollPoll, is we have a fully integratable workflow automation system. We have automated more than 1,000 different workflows across different institutions. You can have your hostel and best digitization. One of the very simple example, one of the institutions said what they were paying to us for the digitization, they said more than that money in the best optimization itself. In terms of campus social network, so all your notices, different groups, what you create, let's say within the campus, all that can be on your social media feed. You post any notice, any, let's say, poll, whatever you are doing, you can post on the platform and conduct a quick survey. All your notices, which let's say earlier students used to say that I haven't seen the notice on the notice board. Now they can't say because you can pin it on top. So, and if you want, let's say, students to acknowledge, you can see how many of them have acknowledged it. In terms of marketplace, there are many high-end private universities or colleges who are using marketplace. So it's like you can completely onboard the campus commerce which is happening in the campus onto the platform. So you have a track how much students are spending in the campus on a daily basis. Let's say you have 5,000 students on campus and each student even spending 100 rupees, it's like 5 lakh rupees of business happening on campus on a given day. On a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, you can calculate and then see how much of revenue loss you may be having if you are not monetizing. Now, in terms of digital transformation, two things what we mainly focus on. One is your academic excellence and the other is your operational excellence. So there is increase in productivity. Now, if you look at academic excellence, how it was done previously, let's say earlier we used to have our classroom, pen paper, let's say distributed as the notes. Now, entire thing is completely on the platform. Examinations, you can have AI proctored exam, e-resources, e-content, your online exam. In terms of your engagement, you can have campus feed where you can post any kind of notice on the platform. Similarly, on payments part, earlier there used to be long queues or we do not know how many students have paid till today. So all those things is completely automated. You have payment gateways, whatever payment gateway you want, you can integrate on the platform. Similarly, in terms of workflow, any kind of workflow, like I gave one example of no dues, where earlier students used to go around different departments to get the signature, that is completely done on the platform. You just raise a request, it goes to different people, and then once it is approved by all, you get your certificate. Now, in terms of admissions, we already have admission forms in case you have walk-ins, but in case you are using any CRM, we integrate the CRM on the platform. Now, some of the key factors what drives technology adoption. Now, some of the internal factors, how well your processes are planned, right? How competent or empowered your technology team is, because like what sir told, that teachers also need to adopt, right? So we need to train, and for that we would need one good IT person within the campus, and it can be done. There should be some budget allocated to what you want to do for digitization, and there should be goals so that the entire institution is aligned to achieve that goal. Now, external factors, what happens when you have technology adoption, because they will look for better user experience. Whether it was happening yesterday, the same process, is it giving better user experience to the end users? Now, adaptability and agility of the system in terms of giving you different kinds of experience. So there was one discussion where, ma'am, I think you or somebody else raised that the system has to be customized, right, for every institution need. Now, if you are building a platform and you customize to the need of every institution, it is not a scalable software or it is not a scalable platform. So what we do is, in terms of customization, we provide options of configuration. So the system is highly configurable. Let's say somebody at institution A wants this process, you configure the platform in a certain way. Somebody at institution B wants certain processes to be in a certain way. The configuration of the process is such that that customization request is met into the platform. And it's a completely cloud-based solution, so there is no issue of in terms of scalability. Today you have 1,000 users, tomorrow it could be 10,000. The system will automatically scale because it is on auto scale. Suddenly, let's say you have all users logging onto system when there is a result announced, right? So you have all 1,000 users logging onto the system. There may be some let's say bandwidth issue, right? That's when the system will identify if there is more load, it will spawn one more server, right? So you have auto scaled servers. Now this is where what we talk about in terms of how we reduce cost, the productivity of the teams increase, there are less errors, minimum cross-function frictions, your resources are better utilized. Now in terms of value creation, higher demand. Let's say when you are giving better experience to the parents in terms of how their kids' colleges are, right? Let's say, ma'am, if I talk to you, if I ask you where your kid goes, right? And if I also want my kid to go, let's say, to a college, I would definitely ask for a recommendations because it's a circle of influence. So if we are giving a better service to the parents, better information, parents will definitely give more preference or they'll refer more. So word of mouth publicity. In terms of placements, you can manage entire placement, you can compare, you have your previous records, so you can manage your placements better. Enhanced learning, the way the online learning system is utilized, flipped class learning. So that's where enhanced learning and a memorable campus experience, because you have a fully digital campus, so students will have a better experience. These are some of the top institutions who are trusted by us. The National Law University, NIRF #1, and similarly top private universities, MBA colleges, all are using CollPoll to the fullest. There are some who are already partnered with us in this particular room. Okay, so this is again one more slide on top. So in terms of institutions, we have multi-institution groups where they have more than one institution within the campus. It could be a university or a group of institutions. We cater to medicine and allied and health science colleges. Your top management colleges are there, engineering, media design, law, art, science, skilling. So all kinds of higher education space is something what we specialize into. Now, how CollPoll Digital Campus should offer tremendous advantage. You look at this particular picture. So currently the experience is completely fragmented. So you do one portion at one platform, you do second portion at second platform, right? Similarly, you have multiple platforms running across campus. So the experience is not uniform, right? So that's where CollPoll comes and plays its part. One unified platform for all the users, be it your admin, finance, faculty, students, parents. One user platform for everyone. This is where we try and help you reduce your cost. Yeah, that's about CollPoll. Thank you.
Thank you, Kunal. Let me call upon the panelists.